All right, everyone. Welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Tuesday, April 3rd, 2018. All right, so today the moon is in Libra, which makes it maybe a day of finding balance in our life, maybe wanting some harmony in relationships, and maybe some themes pertaining to this. We do have Mars easing up off of that conjunction with Saturn from yesterday. So there could be maybe less restriction if you were feeling any, but it's mostly been this new chapter of developing patience and really the long-term perspective to our goals. So maybe a good day of integrating that. And as we get into tomorrow, Mercury does start to square up to Mars, which will go exact tomorrow. But as the day unfolds, if there is any tension, maybe in our communications, practicing that non-attachment can help the energy flow. All right, so let's look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Tuesday. Again, this channel is for Sidereal Astrology. We're using the actual size of the constellations, which does change the signs from mainstream astrology. All right, so yep, the moon is in Libra. We may have felt this shift the later part of yesterday, possibly, but now well set in Libra all day. Themes pertaining to balance. So this could be balance in our personal lives, such as seeing which areas of our life are out of balance that we can then bring back into balance. But even in our interpersonal life, in our relationships, wanting a bit of harmony, reciprocity, that we could notice themes today about doing the right thing, the just thing, the moral thing, right? These types of matters is the backdrop, but it is good to sort of cultivate this reciprocity, this balance, this harmony for us to feel emotionally secure today. All right, so a quick recap. We are still coming off of a full moon from Saturday, so the lunar month, the lunar cycle is still very high at this time. There still is a bit of momentum, and we could continue to notice that as we continue the week. There's still a lot of energy in Pisces. The Sun and Mercury retrograde are here. So still a great time for, again, trusting our intuition, developing our intuition, getting in touch with our receptive side, letting go of what's outside of our control, diving deep into the unconscious, into the spiritual self, all of this to essentially find peace, which is what Pisces is helping us do at this time collectively. Venus has recently shifted into Aries, so our relationships could be a bit more active, or we could be more active and direct in our relationships at this time, and maybe enjoying a bit of active energy as well. All right, so let's take a look at the transits here today. As you can see, we are easing up off of that Mars conjunct Saturn we had yesterday, although we still very much are in orb with this. So if you have been noticing since yesterday, a new chapter with what might take time, right? Taking the slow road to our goals, the long-term goal, right? Or the long-term goals, and having the sort of patience and discipline and even maturity that is being developed collectively. So this was a new chapter, a very large chapter, actually 3 years with this conjunction, 3-year new beginning that just started. So today, perhaps continuing with that or starting to integrate whatever new shifts that was pertaining to from yesterday. So as we get into tomorrow, Mercury does start to square up to Mars and then Saturn, mostly tomorrow, but today, as the day unfolds, we may feel a bit of this blockage energy when it comes to our communication or messages we're trying to come across, or even perhaps with our routine. This is Mercury squaring Mars. So there could be this fiery energy behind our communication, maybe even aggressiveness, right? Trying to get our needs across, communicate what we want, this type of thing. So as I always say with squares to Mars, it's always good to practice non-attachment to what we want. And in this case, being as receptive as we can when it does come to communications, focusing on others' needs. Again, with all this Libra energy, really good to find that mutuality, reciprocity, and balance, right? It can help balance this energy out. So even with the routine too, since Mercury is often associated with this, if you do feel any clash, like, you know, we're not able to get something done, and, you know, this sort of not having our needs met is building up into frustrations or aggressiveness or whatever it is, again, good to be observant of that, and you know, that'll help balance it out. And again, just being as receptive to our environment as much as possible, taking that step back perhaps when needed, whether it's in the communication or in the routine, or really anything that involves our minds with Mercury. All right, so those are the two most important things we've got. It's a kind of pivotal day where we're coming off of this Mars-Saturn conjunction, the new chapter with the long road. Still a great day for developing patience, persistence, discipline, maturity, and going into tomorrow, practicing that perhaps with communication, with our routine, all right, taking that step back if needed. Now, the moon is going to go over Jupiter on a minor note today, so it is a good day to be open-minded. Great day for expanding our horizons, whether we do that quite literally or mentally or spiritually in general. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast.